Handbuff Death Knight is actually maybe my favorite deck to be playing right now, and this deck is super strong against things like Quest Warlocks, so if you're facing those and you're sick of losing to them, this deck would be for you. I'm gonna give you a quick updated guide about this deck, and this is also a different variant from the one I showed you last time, so you guys still might want to stick around. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the list up close, and I believe I did show you a deck like this not too long ago, but the last one was without things like Rainbow Seamstress and No Muncher, but these really do help a ton, especially if you're facing too many quest locks. The amount of healing this deck has is super strong, and the way it plays out is also pretty fun, at least for me. Basically what you're trying to do with this deck in the first few turns is either gain corpses or draw cards. And around turn 4 or 5, you start buffing your hand out of proportion, and around turn 6 or 7, you could be plopping out some insanely statted men, which most opponents can't really handle. Going through the cards, we have a couple of lesser spinal spellstones, and you don't always need to be going for maximum value out of this thing. You could be using it just for a 1 mana +1/+1, or for a +2/+2. Definitely don't go out of your way waiting for the +3/+3. It's just not worth going slow. The faster you plop big men, the better usually. The Morbid Swarms are usually gonna be for a couple of 1/1s on the board, so you don't fall back too much. Blood Tap is also amazing with a couple of corpses. It's gonna give you a lot of extra stuff, but try to be doing this when your hand is already decently statted, or at least you have minions you want to be buffing. The Brittlebone Buccaneer is excellent, both in the early and in the mid game. You could be using this guy for extra Dreadhounds in the early game, or an extra Chofallen Baron Death Rattle, but mostly people do like using it for bigger, better amateur puppeteers. Just don't go waiting around for turn 7 or 8 to start playing Brittlebones. Usually the best way you could be going for it would be turn 4 or 5 amateur puppeteer, straight out vanilla, and on turn 5 or 6, you're gonna be able to play yourself a free 5 Brittlebone if this guy already died, with a 1 mana free mini puppeteer, which reborn thanks to this guy, and maybe you're also gonna have yourself a Dreadhound Handler or a Chofallen Baron to combo off with. The Handler is pretty amazing because it also has Death Rattle and Rush, and it gives you a lot of corpses, so you're gonna be gaining both a lot of corpses for your lesser Spinal Spellstone, for your Blood Tap, heck, even for your reanimated Pterodax, so that'd be pretty cool. The Poison Breath is gonna be best used on your Darkhorn Quilter, and this way you're gonna be able to delete the entire board with just a few quilts, but you could also be using it on straight out a 1/1 undead on the board, or on a hero power if there's just a single big man you want to be taking care of, like let's say a 20/20 from an egg, or a 1/30 Tortilla, or something along those lines. But in some cases you might even just use it on something relatively big, like even a turn 3 +4/+5 out of a Creature of Madness might be worth using, just so you don't lose too much tempo. The Chofallen Baron is excellent in here because it gives you a lot of card draw, so you can have bigger, better hand for the buffs to happen. Rainbow Seamstress has both Rush and Lifesteal, so that'd be pretty awesome for you to get back on your feet. The Toy Snatching Geist is also pretty lit in here. It could actually discover you even extra Brittlebone Buccaneers, or Amateur Puppeteers, or Chofallen Baron. Basically any of your undeads you could discover extra copies of thanks to this guy. Not to mention if you have him slightly buffed already, it's gonna give you huge discounts. The Quilter is pretty amazing because even tempoed out with some big stats like let's say 8 attack, it would be a very big force to reckon with, because the opponent, if they don't have a good reliable card removal for it, they can't really build any board out of him. The Nerubium Swarm Guards are just insane amounts of stat dump if you manage to buff it, even with just a single Blood Tap. Pointing this thing on turn 3 would be absolutely amazing. Like having a turn 3 bunch of free 5s just is not something most people can handle. The Sanguine Infestation is also amazing, giving you a lot of extra lifesteal on your hero, so you can actually suck off even more health, but also the tons of card draw this thing gives is amazing. The Puppeteer buffs only your undeads, but that's the only thing you have in your hand anyway, so who cares? And this thing is absolutely huge and makes your hand really, really big. The Pterodaxes are also amazing, giving you Rush plus Lifesteal basically for free. You shouldn't have really big issues of getting yourself a lot of corpses with this deck, and if you buff this thing out a lot and just cheat it out for free, even on an empty board, it could literally win you the game on the spot. City Chief Esho is also pretty decent in the deck because he could actually buff things that are already on the board. So if the opponent is not careful and didn't clear, let's say at turn 4, a bunch of Nerubian 1/3 Swarm Guards, on turn 5 you could coin this guy out and make him into 3/5s. You could also buff out your leeches that way, and so on and so forth. And last but not least, we also have the No Muncher, which is another excellent way to keep yourself alive. A lot of the times this guy's gonna have a hard time actually reaching phase because there's so much tokens on the board nowadays. But if he can, it would be amazing, especially if you already have a Darkhorn Quilter Muncher on the board, and technically on turn 10 you could actually start off with Quilter into a Gnome Muncher, and the end turn effects are gonna happen. Quilter is gonna shoot first, Gnome Muncher is gonna ask questions later. With this deck, it's very important to know how hard or how fast you need to be going, and some games you need to be buffing really high, and other games you need to buff just slightly and tempo out on the board. So be smart about it. It doesn't play out exactly the same on every single matchup, but if you get the gist of it, you should be climbing with ease. Here's what the matchups look like, and some are kind of polarizing, like Space Demon Hunter is not gonna be great, Aggro and Quest Pally also kind of a problem, even though I think Quest Pally should be an easy matchup for you, at least I remember it as such. Egg Warlock is gonna be horrendous, but everything else pretty good, including, like I said, Quest Warlock is gonna be very favored for you. For the mulligan, going first, Morbid Swarm, Dreadhound Handler, and Show Fallen Baron and Sanguine Infestation would be amazing. Amateur Puppeteer would also be nice if you're curving into it, Toy Snatching Geist could be okay, and depending on the matchup, Brittlebone Buccaneer might also make sense. Lesser Spinal Spellstone, don't get baited into holding this thing on just so we can see a lot of corpses. If you are gonna hold on to it, it's usually because you want to play it literally on turn 1, and a situation where I would be playing this on turn 1 would be if I already have something like Brittlebone Buccaneer and Show Fallen Baron in my hand, and that way this is a 1 mana +1 on both of these, and you get to follow up with a 2/4 Buccaneer into a free Show Fallen Baron, and that could be pretty awesome. On the coin, again, it's not much different, so mulligan accordingly. All around, that's it for the deck. It's basically a super budget friendly deck you could be climbing easy legend with, so if you are having troubles with the dust, this would be the deck for you, since City Chief Esho is for free, and you only need yourself a couple of epics. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the guide, and if you did, a like and subscribe would be awesome, but now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top legend. Hope you enjoy.
King versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine. You will know pain.
Okay, against the Warlock EO. The Brittlebone Buccaneer ain't gonna do shit here. I'd rather get myself some more corpse action. Ferak Rogue? Never really was a huge fan of Ferak Rogue, I don't know. I don't feel like tempoing Brittle here, there's no payoff, even if it sticks and it won't. It is nice, Alhambra, but I played it recently, it didn't feel too good for me. It is a nice deck though, for sure. This is gonna be an easy matchup for us, by the way. This deck folds nicely against us. We just have way too much stats for it to handle, even with his bullshit. Doing good, Parag, doing good. I'm not gonna tempo that, I'm just gonna hero para here. Next turn we have the Sanguini. Turn after this thing, turn after more of that thing. Should be real good. Real swell. This thing loading up also. This thing healing me back. Should be pretty disgusting.
Useful things, eager to share.
Yeah, that's some good minions to buff on. Perfect.
Can this thing dance any faster?
Dude's completing it. But it's too late. Our bullshit has been done. How many packs? I mean... 50 packs gets you about all the commons and rares. If you want most of the epics and legendaries, 150 probably gets you most of the way there, so a boatload. Got rush on that. My sucky boys are still doing sucky things. Let's yeah, let's go like, you know what? I'll even use this. I don't need it that buffed.
Eyes on the horizon. I can't dance any faster.
Have at it, Chief. Have at it. How do they release catch-up packs? What do you mean? These leeches sticking for this long, real good stuff for me. Next turn I can drop both the 5/5s and feel great about it. Good luck with that. Ooh, ooh. Still going like this, fuck yeah. I can even do this.
Could use a
Can even do that. I can even do this. How the fuck does he deal with that? Good luck with that. You win this one.
I found the sea urchin.
Very fair, very interactive. Hey, it's Quest Warlock, guys. The gloves are off. See? He's doing broken things. Playing 2 quest rewards. Fuck off out of there. Fuck off out of there. Wow, the game gave him both the interactive shit. Sure. Sure, old buddy, old pal. Of course you did. Of course you did. Okay. Yet I smile. That looks like lethal to me. Almost. Him not killing the 9/11 was kind of silly, but did require a triple tap, didn't it? He should have done it though. That was, if the game wasn't super lost for him already, it's super lost for him now. Doesn't get the rusher this time, that's a nice change. Doesn't get it twice. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Got some new pictures though. How's it going, Beer now? Welcome, welcome. Not a warlock. How intriguing. How fun. Let's go like that. Got a few more dick pics of that BMW. Can't wait. Can't wait. It's looking saucy. It's looking thick. Nice and clean. Anyway, back to that shit. Where'd my deck tracker go, man? Sick. Yep, still pretty good, beer now. How you doing, bud? Been a while. Been a second. Huh? I guess it was the cheapest Cursed Catacombs he could have done. Busy at work? Ew. Glad you made some time, man. Welcome. But yeah, can't wait for this sucker to come home. Can't wait, can't wait. It's looking very, very nice. Okay, gonna have to wait probably one more month for it to dilly-dally its way over here, but let's hope the wait is worth it. It's gonna give me enough time to find it a nice warm garage. Wouldn't want it in front of the building or something like that. That's not that expensive, Gavel. It's second-hand, but definitely ain't cheap for Bulgaria standard, that's for sure. Cheapened. Yeah, streamer rich. If only. If only. I can tell you, you gotta slash that price in half and then some. Mini set bundles in the shop? What do you mean, man? That's a fully fledged expansion, not a mini set. It's a full-grown expansion right there. Ooh, another Sanguini. Kinda need to waste the coin here. Do I waste the coin here? It's gonna be a full waste. I'll waste it. Suck on that. Fuck. Why are you doing that to yourself, Björno? 2019, Vankata. BMW X5 Go5 40i. Can't wait. Okay. Completed his shit, but playing it on turn 6, not super quick. I gotta drop this right about now. Should I waste? I'll waste. Doesn't feel great, but burning also feels sucky. Not sure, Parag. Not sure. Let's see if this guy has himself a pupil to see what's about to come. Doesn't even kill.
One shot, one.
Sure. Gives me the option to trade if I want to. Could just play a City Chief here, but The alternative ain't too hot. Okay, let's just do this. Kinda sucky, but I don't know. Pretty dumb that we top decked 2 more spells when we had the chance to buff like we did, but it is what it is. Maybe I should not have dropped the Pterodax though. Pterodax was kind of a time was running out play. But at least we don't burn a card this way, so I guess it wasn't so bad after all. Missed me with that shit, but that just allows him to lifesteal his way even more. Damage. It's a lot of damage. 7 more to the face. But he still heals me for a good amount, so who cares? Something like that. Right back at you, KSS. Kesh? I don't know. Sucky, but it's not like we had a brittle bone on it or something. Fuck that leech in particular, I guess. Harder, daddy. I'm gonna go with Lifesteal Boy here. Let's go like this. After all, why wouldn't we heal back to 34? Why wouldn't we do such a thing? Buys us so much time. We keep on buffing these bastards. Soon these are gonna machine gun Kelly everything. Okay. Music is fire now. Nice. Sucks to be this guy. Well, that sucked. Couple of 911s against them would be pretty sick. But this is also sick. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do this. These are not even doing all that much right now. I'd still do it though. They're gonna be sitting on the board menacingly. Don't get me wrong, him missing with that location the last time was super lucky, but I still would have been winning this, wasn't I? Lucky. That's also lucky for him. That's a lot of damage. Thankfully I have a lot of healing. Am I dead? That doesn't do what much. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and do this. That Ember. I'd rather rush him though. That oughta do it. That oughta do it. Hello from Bulgaria as well, Lindsay. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, seems like it, Cavill. Cable. Well, good thing both of these idiots don't believe in freezing, so that's good. That's good. Next turn I can actually Dark Quilter into a City Chief Esho. This is good. Dude is pushing, but should have been stopped pushing a long time ago. Little does he know I'm into that shit. Hehe. Bottom right it, Chief. Bottom right it, Chief. First smart thing he done in a while, innit? Banzai. Okay, I don't like any of these. Hey, look at that. 2 of my 6 lifesteal cards, guys. Wouldn't you know it? That's where they were all this time. That's where they were. All I needed was a lifesteal card. The fuck I could. Hey, look at that. My lifesteal cards, guys. See how easy it is to draw them when you don't need them? Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna hero power this. No need to give him a coin right about now. In this case, I'd use the Dread Handler just because you could follow up with a big ass free drop. That also allows me to potentially poison it if it's something with a +4/+5, which we will see right now if it's such. It ain't. Blood tappage. Pitch of the Blood kind. I could also just hero power there for a Brittle Bone into double Dread count like that, but it doesn't feel too great. If he uses a coin, those would be a couple of big men for sure, but he uses a coin, so it's not that bad. Still would go with the sucky men, they're gonna be like taunts for him. Hey, look at that, more lifesteal cards, guys. Wow, look at that, more lifesteal card, guys. 3 lifesteal cards in my first 9? That's different. Definitely hits different. It's like we're playing a different game right now. Don't have the weapon. Doesn't have the weapon. I really don't need to attack.
The citadel stands strong.
Wouldn't be very happy with a counter spell, I can tell you that much. I don't need to do much of anything here. I'd rather try and kill this. If we're happy with that. Should I also kill that 2-2? I will. Don't want him shadow stepping that shit again. I'd rather just fuck it off.
Now this is treasure.
Sure. Got the puppeteer, yeah. Despite all odds.
Choose soon.
How big do I want my guys to be? I think I'm gonna go like this. This. Nice. The play was either to go for Puppeteer or to buff and play this, and we did both at the end. That's actually pretty sick. Pretty sickly.
This treasure ain't fit for a pirate.
Do you have anything to declare?
Now
Sure.
this is treasure.
Not a one. Hmm. Thinking actually about Pterodax here. To go with buff like this, Quilter, kill a big man, and lifesteal the shit out of him. I think that's actually the adult thing to do. Go like this. Could also go with the poison, but I really didn't care about it that much. That could have gone much better. The 1/1 living is pretty atrocious. But it's fine, chat. Hellfire that ass.
Now this is treasure. My hatred cannot be contained.
Sure. I think only a single minion of his is active.
The sky burns on the city ground. Move it.
The 5/4 probably. No, everything's alive apparently. That was weird. Bit weird, innit?
Choose soon.
Oh no, he didn't. If he don't go hard, I will. I'm gonna go full erect on him. Maximum erectus.
Rock number 802, welcome to the collection.
Well, we know that's the explosive rune road right there. And we don't give a fuck.
Eyes on the horizon! I can't dance any faster!
Can't this thing dance any faster?
We still have plenty of lifesteal in there. Him having all this card draw, not very fun for me, but still. You can shadow step that Farak for sure. One already used. He probably has the spider as well though, but he won't be able to play it right now at least. The Spooter. Not ideal.
Can't this thing dance any faster?
Choose soon.
Second quilter missing is kind of fucked. Bit fucked in it. Bit fucked.
Calls.
Can't this thing dance any faster?
Could use a trim. Clear cut! I can't dance any faster!
Bigger, better men. I do enjoy me some battlegrounds after all. Let's see how that go. One more dubious purchase up his ass. There's one.
I'm almost out of cards.
Hit hard. We're gonna have to hit harder. Problem is, he probably has his 9 mana copy my crap stuff. And my deck still has plenty of good stuff. Would be a lot cooler if this guy stops kicking real soon. It'd be a lot cooler if he did.
Too soon.
Can't even kill that. Cool. Could have been explosive rune. It ain't. I'll go like this then. Could be a freezing trap, of course. It ain't. Well, I'm a mouth that ass. He still has Shadow Step potential. Let's remove it. He's definitely not keen on playing Shadow Step on that Varek, because I can see a lot of card draw in his future that way. Come on, buddy boy. Card draw it is. Ah. So you have chosen death. His idiot's still alive, but so is he. Nothing a gnome muncher can't fuck with him.
Just floating away from paradise.
Okay. That ain't rare. Good old 24. Nothing beats the 24. Card draw, you say, finally. This is also kind of cute, though. Problem is, he can get a copy of all of that crap I have. And I think he will next turn. Think I'm in still. He has to do it right now. -3 on all of my crap could be pretty busted. He's making himself some room, getting himself even more mana. He's going for it. No? Maybe he's not even running it, but they're supposed to. That's pretty sucked. Sucks to be me, I guess. If he took a little bit more fatigue damage out of that Ferrak, he would have been the lowest health enemy right now. The guy's T-Boy came back. It's all about that fatigue at this point. "20 damage showing is way too scary for me to go like that. He does have 5 damage AoE in there. I don't feel great about this play, but I gotta do it, I think, because this thing ain't going nowhere anytime soon. But if he does indeed get a copy of the shit I have, that'd be awfully bad. Come on, bro, Seps. Sanguine Infestation missing all this time's real fucked. And there he is. Really strange he played his Shaladrisil instead of Ashamain all that time ago. Could have done so much more if he did. It's not like he made himself more room now. That's a pretty dumb thing to get. It's not so dumb. Not great either, though. Card draw really doesn't want to come, does it? Do I have to beg? There's some card draw.
The citadel stands strong.
You could use a trim.
Wiltered. Four cards only left for him out of my crap. What does he have left from his own deck, though? One more cultist map, perhaps. Maybe one more customs enforcer, I'm not sure. Good news is we know he does not have my lifesteal in there. We got this, chat, we got this. It's gonna take a little bit of persuading, but we got this. Okay, that saves him from a little bit of fatigue. Not this turn, but next turn perhaps. Not a Baron.
The citadel stands strong.
It's cute and that, but it ain't amazing.
Toys mine.
Incredible.
The thing is, I don't want it to attack the 1-2 so he takes the big boy fatigue damage, you know? Problem is, he probably also has a toy snatching geist in there. I'm gonna hold back a little here. 37 damage showing, goddammit. Would be awesome if he has Sanguine Infestations in there. Not a big fan if he has a Muncher, but it's not that big a deal. I only have a Spinal Spellstone left in terms of card draw. Buff, I mean. He gets random poison. Sure, bro. Sounds about right. Gets poisoned all randomly, like, as one does. Now this 1-2 is gonna have Lifesteal permanently. That's funny too. Does he not want to cycle the buffs? Apparently not. There's that buff. It's gonna see some corpses action. That was stupid what he did though. Got lifesteal on the 410. Nah, man, when the game wants me to eat dick, I'ma eat dick, dude. When the game wants me to eat dick, that's exactly what I do. Look at this nonsense now. Gave him lifesteal on the big shit. Sure, old buddy, old pal, sure. Course you did. Course you did, my guy. Also getting into fatigue this way, but... Shit. No, you're joking, bro. Too late. Sure it was. Course it was. Course it was too late. What a fucking game this one turned out to be, man. Like 30 minutes against the rogue, imagine. Sure. Problem is, this thing is gonna keep on giving him crap, by the way. It keeps on giving him a bonus effects. I guess he doesn't realize. Gave him rush. Funny. Funny, guys. That little random card is really fucking me over right now, isn't it? That little random card right there. Now he's fatigue proof for life. Ah, man, the game's not even pretending anymore. For real, for real. It ain't pretending no more, Chief.
it's you give the best hugs.
Of course it's gonna miss the cubicle, guys. Why wouldn't it miss the cubicle after all? Of course it did. Now he has himself infinite amalgams, basically. As one does. Let's see what random bullshit we're gonna get ourselves. So free, no doubt. Just as bad. Vanilla statted nobody. Congrazie. I'm dead if he just goes face. Took him long enough. Imagine, guys. Imagine this game today. Imagine this game today, by the way. Does this guy not realize I'm fucking dead? Wow, step bro. Dude is so fucking dumb, he didn't even realize I was dead there. Hilarious, my guy. Hilarious, my guy. This guy's not even trying anymore, Chief. Wow, my guy. Well played, he says. Thanks me. Man literally threw the whole thing. Man screwed the pooch so fucking much, I don't know if he even realizes how much he screwed it, but he did. I gotta do this. Apparently I also gotta do this now. Good news is this thing goes face. Dude literally misplayed the last fucking turn so freaking hard and he's not even realizing apparently. Wow, step bro. Man's brain got fried there. A savage act, guys. Congrats.
I'm almost out of cards.
The only way he was losing this game at this point was if he loses it. And he frickin' did.
I will be your death.
Nah, man, you fucked up. You done fucked up. The game keeps on trying, however. The game keeps on trying, however. I want to attack into this thing so we have a shot of it actually not remaining on the board. Now my Quillbore has to be very good here. But it ain't. But it ain't, chat. But it ain't. My Quillbore was goodn't. I'm still gonna fucking lose because the game said so. Those random effects were just not random at all now, were they? They were randomant. Unfucking believable, by the way. Literally unfucking believable, by the way. Yeah, we lost. What the fucking hell, guys? All because that fucking bullshit Stranglevine, my guy. The Stranglevine that landed on his fucking random amalgam. Oh my goodness, dude. When the game wants you to eat dick, you're gonna fucking eat dick, man. Unbelievable, dude. The man literally misplayed like a fucking moron, too.
Well played.
Well played, he says. Nah, man, you played like a moron. Hate to break it to you, bro, but you played like a fucking moron. Sadly, skill does not really matter much in this game lately. Do be like that. It do be like that, Chief. That's the state of Hearthstone right there. Top 800 misplayed like a freaking moron still. Emotes like a child at the end. Because the game still did everything it could to give him the win. Do be like that. Do be like that. What you gonna do? That's Hearthstone for ya.